Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Noelle and I review and unbox subscription boxes here on my channel, and today I have a wonderful monthly book box that is sent to me for review to share with all of you. This is the Literary Book Club, which sends classics every month along with themed gifts that go along with the title that they have chosen. So what's kind of cool is now that they're monthly, they don't have to do separate limited edition holiday boxes. It just comes with your subscription, and that is the case with this box, which is, I think, technically the November box. Yes, I think it's the November box, so that you can enjoy it for Christmas because it definitely has a holiday theme. The box itself is $64.99 per month plus $9.99 in shipping. I do have a code and an affiliate link for you. The code is just mauinoel, and that'll save you $5. It's not always open for subscription because it's a very delicate process. They have a very small team that's working on this, so they always have to just find out if there are any spots available. Right now, it's not possible to skip boxes. You just have to go ahead and cancel and open up that spot for someone else, but then as soon as that spot opens up again and there's a title that you're looking for, you can usually get back in. So it's definitely a box that you want to stay subscribed to if you can, and add these beautiful classics because Katie gets the most amazing additions for each title. And she does spoilers in terms of the upcoming titles over on her Instagram, so definitely check that out. I am very excited about some of the upcoming titles that she has already announced, including Anne of Green Gables. That's going to be amazing. Wuthering Heights, also going to be amazing. So the title for this month, for November, actually I guess that's technically last month when you're seeing this, was Jane Austen's Christmas, the festive season in Georgian England. So it is not a novel, but it was kind of like excerpts and recipes all from the time period. Really kind of fun. It says, "I wish you a Merry Christmas, but no compliments of the season. Christmas comes up time and time again in Jane Austen's books, from childish chaos in Persuasion to fraught festivities in Northanger Abbey. Join Christmas historian Maria Hubert on a delightful meander through Georgian Christmases, both fact and fiction. Eavesdrop on Austen family letters, immerse yourself in prose, drama, and poetry from Jane and her contemporaries, or use the recipes to cook exemplary vegetables for your own Regency Christmas. Jane Austen's Christmas is essential reading for an Austenite's long wintry nights." And of course, this is perfect because Jane Austen's birthday was in December, and we are celebrating the 250th anniversary of her birth. So inside you always get a nice little card that's got the title on it, and then on the back it tells us the contents. She tries to work with a lot of small businesses, and you've got this nice, very curated, like I said, experience. So I'm going to go ahead and show you all of the items, and if I have an opportunity, maybe I will read one of the excerpts. Some of them are like a page or two, you know, sometimes it's just a little letter, but we have a pretty extensive table of contents, so it was definitely fun. Strong beer in a parcel from London, like, you know, fun little things to read. Like you could do almost an Advent where you read one of them per night on the lead up to Christmas. Okay, so we got our collectible classic book, Jane Austen's Christmas, and then we have some bits and baubles. So first, let's look at our swag bag, because it always comes like this with Ms. Austen's cameo herself. So let's see, we've got this nice little sticker here. We've got a beautiful teacup magnet, so it's got the magnet backing. We've got a nice book plate to go with, and then we've got a nice fat bookmark to go in there. At Christmas, everybody invites their friends about them, and people think little of even the worst weather. Yes, sometimes we manage to gird our loins and get ourselves out of the house. So this is very sweet. We have a teacup ornament. Now, I'm not doing a tree this year, but this is definitely, oh, and it's actually ceramic. Look how beautiful that is. That is a lovely, lovely ornament, and so appropriate for this box. I adore this. So it does say decorate only. So it is made out of porcelain, like a proper teacup. I don't know why I was hanging it that way, because that's how it will hang on your tree. So cute. Okay, so we got that. We also got, let me just do all the bubble wrap things first. We also got, and so the box did come full of shred. I just took the shred out so that I could get down to my book. We have holiday pepper jelly from Jennifer's Kitchen. So it's got peppers, cranberries, and pecans. Sounds good for your toast with your tea, or perhaps on a charcuterie board. I know a lot of us are finally using a lot of jams and jellies that we've acquired throughout the year on those lovely charcuterie boards. And a little pepper, a little spice in there sounds kind of nice too. They did have a little caveat at the beginning of the book saying, you know, some of the recipes have been adjusted because the original Georgian ones, like one you would have had to have apprenticed in a cook's kitchen back in the day, but also our palates are a little bit different. I won't say more refined, but a bit different. There are definitely things that they would eat with aplomb and we might be like, absolutely not. Then we got some hard candy Christmas brickle, aka brittle, but I guess it's also called brickle. You guys, let's actually have that be our secret password. So when you come across a secret password in one of my videos, you want to enter it along with your contact information in the Google form that is linked for you in the description box below. Please don't put it down into the comments, because then it's not a secret and I have to delete it, and that's no fun for anyone. You have to be 18 years or older, you have to have a US or Canadian mailing address, and you do have to be subscribed to my channel. It is in no way affiliated with any of the boxes that I open here on the channel or YouTube. It is just my way of saying thank you, because essentially about 5 days into the following month, so that'll be in January of 2026, I will use a random number picker to select a few winners to receive mystery boxes as my way of saying thank you for watching my videos. So today's secret password is Brickle, B-R-I-C-K-L-E. It is white chocolate with classic hard candy pieces. Interesting. That's definitely an interesting candy, but we love the edible and drinkable items that we get in this box, and that is a kind of a staple. And then this is kind of fun. We got an embroidery kit, Embroider the World of Jane Austen. I think this is actually the pattern. Is this the pattern? It says includes 8 skeins of embroidery floss, embroidery needle, embroidery hoop, 4 iron-on patterns, and 2 pieces of cotton fabric. So it looks like there are 4 different patterns. Embroider 12 Regency designs inspired by Jane Austen. We've got Pemberley, we've got like a couple there. I wonder if I can open this up. I will tell you that there is, I do have a battery light flashing right now. So last time this happened, it was because unfortunately so I see the hoop, I see the embroidery. I was just going to try and see if I could find the patterns so that I could share those with you. Wow, it's quite the booklet. So it's going to show you all the different stitches probably. Oh, it's a like nice color page booklet so you can see all the different stitches. And then it does show you the different patterns. Like one says, you must be the best judge of your own happiness. So it does show you the different patterns in here. This one's really pretty, this bridal bouquet, like the one that Emma makes at the beginning of the book. Let's see, here are some of the patterns. I don't know if it's all of them, because I don't know that I feel a full 12 of them, but I definitely see 2. Maybe they're only, oh no, they're smaller. So you can see. There's this one. Oh, and they are iron on, so it's the iron paper, so they're in reverse, if you can see that. You have bewitched me, body and soul. If a book is well written, I always find it too short. That's the one down in the corner. So that's kind of interesting. So that's at least 8 of them. Oh, maybe I'm missing one. Maybe there's 2 layers here. No, that's 8 of them. And then I don't know where the others are. Maybe that's all we got. But it does say there's 12. So there's got to be like another foldy up thing in here somewhere. Anyway, got to be another one. I want that bouquet. It was so pretty. They do have like templates. Oh, they have like a drawstring bag template, a bookmark template, different ways to do different things. That's quite the extensive little kit. I just wonder where my other piece of paper is for my iron-on, but maybe they're assuming that you'll do it on something else. All right. That's a cool item though to receive. The last major item that we got is this lovely holiday bow tea towel in a nice soft fabric. It's kind of a soft linen. Yeah, I would call that linen. Let's see. It says it's a dish towel from Danica. It says it's cotton. So, but it's got that like soft, it says it's designed with love in Canada. So perfect again for the season. And of course you might be having some actual tea and need a tea towel. So we've got our hoop. I'm just pulling this whole thing apart, you guys. We've got our embroidery thread. Lots of pretty colors. I just don't see the other iron-on patches. Does it say that that's included inside of this? It doesn't have like all of the contents. The 12 featured patterns are both witty and beautiful. The patterns are a combination of the best quotes from classic books like Pride and Prejudice and Emma, as well as Regency era motifs like English gardens and beautiful teacups. So I guess maybe we only got 8 iron-on patterns, but there are 12 different templates. So you can make some like petite pendants, etc., etc. I wonder where those would be. Maybe it's, oh, maybe you actually like cut those out. I'm not sure. All right, should we see if we can read a little bit? Let me know what you thought was my favorite item is that ornament. I think that's beautiful and wonderful. And then let's see if I can find something short to read. I haven't read all of it. Let's see. More Balls and Fashions. Letters from Jane Austen. Let's try that. That's on page 112, and I might subject you to my English accent. Jane's writings are full of descriptions of balls and fashions. Dancing was obviously her great love, next to reading and writing, that is. Here are some extracts from a few of the Christmas and winter season letters she wrote to her sisters and cousins. Steventon, Saturday, 9th of January, 1796. This does not bode well, you guys. My dear Cassandra, in the first place, I hope you will live 23 years longer. Mr. Tom Lefroy's birthday was yesterday, so you are very near of an age. After this necessary preamble, I shall proceed to inform you that we had an exceeding good ball last night. We were so terribly good as to take James in our carriage, though there were 3 of us before, but indeed he deserves encouragement for the very great improvement which has taken place lately in his dancing. Miss Heathcote is pretty, but not near so handsome as I expected. Mr. H. began with Elizabeth and afterwards danced with her again, but they do not know how to be particular. I flatter myself, however, that they will profit by the 3 successive lessons which I have given them. You scold me so much in the nice long letter which I have in this moment received from you that I am almost afraid to tell you how my Irish friend and I behaved. Imagine to yourself everything most profligate and shocking in the way of dancing and sitting down together. I can expose myself, however, only once more, because he leaves the country soon after next Friday, on which day we are to have a dance at Ashe after all. He is a very gentlemanlike, good-looking, pleasant young man, I assure you. But as to our ever having met, except at the last 3 balls, I cannot much say, for he is so excessively laughed at about me at Ashe that he is ashamed of coming to Steventon and ran away when we called on Mrs. Lefroy a few days ago. Everybody is extremely anxious for your return, but as you cannot come home by the Ashe ball, I am glad I have not fed them with false hopes. James danced with Althea and cut up the turkey last night with great perseverance. How do you cut up a turkey with great perseverance? I guess you just take your time to get all of the turkey off the bone. I don't know. It sounds like so gossipy and girly in that letter. And like, for some reason, even though her novels have that element of like this intrigue and like, oh, I was seen with this Irish gentleman who's very lovely, but everybody makes fun of him. I always think of her, even though she was so young, like being above all of that. So maybe that's why I gave her a little bit of a more posh, like older lady accent instead of like very sweet, very sweet Jane Austen probably-esque accent where she would be a little bit more girly and shy about going to the dances. But she, I guess she loved dancing. I didn't know that. I'm very curious now about these like patterns and where they all are. Maybe I'm missing a sheet of patterns. Maybe they're stuck together. You must be the judge of your own happiness. But let me know what you thought about this box. I just wanted to keep this video on the shorter side because I know that a lot of you are joining me in the mornings for our Adventures with Noel series. I thought this was a great Christmas box because there's definitely regiftable items and also for the bookish person in your life. I feel like Jane Austen is kind of a universally renowned and revered author, so getting something like this, or just even like craft things, I think are so great to give young people in for Christmas time. Where is my pattern? So we've gotten 8 of them, but I don't have like the little birds. That's what I'm missing. So these are the iron-on ones, which are nice for the writing, of course, but that does show like a bouquet and a bird. So maybe they just gave us these for the, it is a pretty small hoop, so that is the right size of pattern. And then we do have the bird and the bouquet. Let's see, there's also a tea time coaster. Oh, that's cute. You do like a little coaster. But maybe you don't need necessarily an iron-on situation for that. Maybe you just draw it from the back. Oh, look at this, my favorite novel bookmark. How sweet is that? What a great, and you could also make gifts out of it. You can do a drawstring wristlet, like a little Georgian style purse. Fun. So they do have like pattern charts to show you which colors to use on which bits. But I'm not saying, oh, Regency silhouette ornaments you can make. So there's not, you know, all of the supplies. You would have to go and fetch some of those. Austen accessories. Oh, here's a pattern chart for the hat. I love all the Regency dresses that are like sort of that empire waist and they like push your bosoms up. They're not very demure, but the little bonnet hats, I'm like, I don't know about that. I guess you could just trace this. You could just trace these with pencil and then draw. I guess that's what they intend, but they did the writing nicely for you. Amy Ray is the best-selling author of 9 books of hand-embroidered patterns. Oh, and here's the drawstring bag template, so you can cut the pieces out. That's cool. Wow, yes, because you would definitely need to go and fetch a little bit more. This is the backing. You iron that out. Here's the color. There's some embroidery needles. I do find it helpful these days with my eyes to get those like threaders that get the thread through there so that you get all of the embroidery thread. And I like it. I like to do chunky embroidery, but you guys let me know if you do any handicrafts that would have been from Jane Austen times, or if you play the piano or sing or anything like that in the comments below. I hope you're enjoying your holiday season so far, and to see you very, very soon in my next unboxing.